Okay. 'Tis time we continued Final Fantasy XIV. I must speak with Emmerich at the congregation of our Knights Most Heavenly. Wait. I have my return set up. Hello, Ulu. I'm realizing I probably should have gone and finished up the Aetherite, the whatchamacallums, the let my chocobo fly points. I should have done that off stream. Because I'm assuming this is going to be a lot of backtracking. That could help. I'm back on Behemoth at this point. I have also started a alt on Diabolos, partially because I do want to have a Hrothgar, even though I don't want my main to be a Hrothgar. I know that it's relatively pointless to make alts in this game, but wrong thing. I'm also realizing actions, resurrection. Put that at number 9. Realize I should have resurrection on the bar, even if I don't have swift cast up.
Thank you for coming. I wish to speak with you both in a place where privacy was assured.
We quite understand. What was it that you wished to discuss?
The fact
With
that
my
Estinian's
father's
dragon?
passing, the seat of the Archbishop lies vacant. And so, in accordance with canon law, I have assumed his responsibilities. I should stress that this is a temporary measure. It was never intended that the Lord Commander of the Temple Knights serve in this capacity indefinitely.
So you want me to be the Pope?
Quite the opposite. The statutes specify that I should surrender my powers as soon as a conclave of the senior clergy and the high houses have named a new archbishop. But in light of recent events, that would not seem appropriate.
So you want me to be the Pope?
I confess I did not expect you to divulge quite so much quite so soon. The details of the Archbishop's plans, perhaps, but the true origin of the war and all it entails?
I too had concerns. But when the Warrior of Light is witnessed returning to the capital upon the back of a dragon, one's options are rather limited. Mayhap I could have concealed certain details, but for how long? And at what risk? Should the truth have come to light in the meantime, how would the people have viewed my silence? After 1,000 years of lies and secrecy, I could not well abuse their trust and hope to be believed. The time for deception has passed. I only wish the people agreed. That some would deny the truth I had anticipated, but not this many. And among the few who acknowledged that my father had to be stopped, no small number question our methods.
If they suspect a coup, it will not be long before some turn to violence.
It has already begun, and that on both sides. Men and women of the cloth are being harassed in the streets. Some have even been assaulted in the Broom. Hilda and her people have formed a watch to help us maintain order, but such measures will not prevent the unrest from spreading.
For all our talk of peace, the people remain frightened and confused. For their sake, we must bring the Dragonsong War to a definitive end.
And we should be glad to help you, Sir Emmerich. But what precisely would you have us do?
Go beat up Nidhogg again.
We wish to treat with the dragons of Annex Shrine. To that end, I would trouble you for an escort and an introduction.
Annex Shrine? You would speak with Vidofnir, then?
We must needs open a dialogue between our peoples. Acting as my representative, Lucia will extend an invitation to their leader, that she might visit us here in Ishgard. Were she still with us, I would of course have beseeched Isel's assistance in this matter. But as she is not, I must ask that you aid us in her stead. Will you do us this favor?
I can see if I can summon Dad and have him talk.
Thank you, my friends. Lucia, I leave the rest to you.
In the wake of the Archbishop's fall, the nation of Ishgard trembled, the faith of her people shaken to its very core. For 1,000 years had they fought and died, certain of the justice of their cause, only to be told that their holy war was born of the sins of their forefathers. What then for those brave men and women, thus stripped of their righteousness but to despair, to deny the truth and decry its speakers? And what then for those whom they defamed but to hope on, to have faith in a brighter tomorrow? A tomorrow in which man and dragon might live together in harmony, then as distant as the very stars in the heavens. Yet while we dared to hope, deep within his lair the enemy lay, gathering his strength. Nidhogg, now possessed of his 2 eyes and the body of the Azure Dragoon, prizes to which he had laid claim at the very hour of the hero's triumph. As desperately as we sought the solace of peace, the great worm craved the misery of war. Nor was he alone in his misbegotten desire.
Little of the lands the dragons call home, this Annex Shrine, and do you not agree to escort me the coming journey would seem far more daunting prospect. I confess I am myself one shuddered at the thought of it, yet even the longest journey begins with the first step, does it not? But ere we set forth, missing I must needs inform our comrade of our plans. I shall see you in my preparations. Let's go bid farewell to Taru. What's your secret meeting about? I'm all ears. Diplomatic mission to Annex Shrine, you say? Well, I suppose that does take precedence. But should your meeting with Vidofnir happen to end early, you might consider rendezvousing with Stola in Idleshire. She'll be there to receive our guests. Don't get me wrong, your meeting with dragons is terribly important and everything, but this scholar just happens to be... time permitting, as I said. We shall endeavor to join Stola, but if we cannot, pray for, pass on our regards. Let's be off, missing. We have kept the first commander waiting long enough. No, yeah, I mean, that is what he's doing. The cutscene did say that he's regaining his strength. There's always spare mana in the eyeball. Yeah, but, like, he also used all of the mana to, like, transform a man into a dragon. I feel like we go and murder Nidhogg as, like, ASAP. I want hot chocolate. Am I gonna eat the hot chocolate? I don't know. Drink the hot chocolate? But hot chocolate is delicious. The path is long, but known to us. Far from Falcon's Nest, we should be able to cross the Western Highlands and make it to Tailfeather and the Giovanni Forelands. Then we can stop and rest for replenish our supplies. Questions? If not, stables await. The cutscene did say that he's recharging. He's regaining his strength, but he wants to continue the forever vengeance. I always imagined the first time I set foot on Giovanni soil will be at the head of an army, and here I am, a lady to treat with the brothers and sisters of mine enemies. Full well do I know how difficult it can be to set aside the past, though it was I who first proposed recruiting Ysael to our cause. Ysel. I questioned with the wisdom of my words as soon as I had uttered them, and for the long time after that. Here's a woman with the blood of innocence on her hand, men, women, children, all slain in the name of an implacable Lady Iceheart. Yet she acknowledged her misdeeds and agreed to join us in common cause. At our side she fought in service of greater good, even unto her dying breath, and while that does not absolve her of her sins, I hope that one day she'll be remembered not merely as a heretic, but a misguided soul who dreamt of peace. Yes, much, Master Alfino, yet who can say what might come to pass should our negotiations bear fruit? Yes, of course, you must press on to Onyx Shrine, if you'll follow me. There we go. She's upstairs. Or actually, maybe I should come riding Dad. I guess to her it's Grandpa? Yeah, I probably could have flown from the outside. Hello, small child. What's up? Thou art ever welcome here, friend of Ysael. This one I do not know. Pray forgive us this unannounced visit, Vidofnir. May I present to you Lucia, first commander of the Temple Knights of Ishgard, and our trusted friend. It's an honor to meet you, Vidofnir. I come as an envoy of Sir Emmerich, Lord Commander of the Temple Knights and acting leader of the Holy See. Indeed, you may speak, knight. For 1,000 years, man and dragon have been locked in an endless cycle of bloodshed and sorrow. To our shame, we long believed your kin to be the architects of this war, but now we know the truth, that King Thordan and his Knights 12 did willfully betray and murder the Great Worm, Ratatoskr, shattering the peace between our peoples. For 1,000 years, our leaders conspired to conceal the truth, and a truth that which was laid bare by the Warrior of Light, the Azure de Grun, and Ysael. Alas, the deception is so intricately wrought that it cannot be undone in a moment, and our people labor to accept the truth. After an eternity of war, who would dare dream that peace could at last be within our grasp? Yet dream we must, as Ysael once did, and we must make that dream a reality, as she could not. I humbly beseech you, Vidofnir, to join hands with us in friendship once more before the eyes of my people in Ishgard. A most unexpected invitation. I've heard your request tonight, however I cannot give you mine answer. May I ask why? Because Nidhogg's here? The matter concerns my sire, he must be consulted. Moreover, the Nath grow bold, even as they did before, and I would not leave my people at the mercy of the swarm. Oh, wait. After 1,000 years of war, we shall not give up on peace for want of patience. Fear not, knight, thou shalt have mine answer within thy lifetime. So soon? My humble thanks. I shall bear your words on to my lord forthwith. Until then, we meet again. So we should probably go and talk to Hraesvelgr. Given the circumstances, I'd say that went rather well. To be frank, I'm surprised the proposal was not rejected outright. Whether aught will come of this remains to be seen, however. Perhaps I should take this opportunity to speak with some of the other dragons. You need not wait for me. Return journey holds no fears for me now. Well, if you have further need of our services, we shall continue on to Charlie, and we hope to welcome this scholar who's agreed to aid us in search for our missing comrades. And I pray your journey is swift and uneventful as ours was, and thank you again for sparing the time to assist us, even with when such grave matters remain unresolved. And you think no grave matter than a second 1,000-year war, one which our friends gave their lives to see ended. Suffice it to say, I would willingly make 1,000 such journeys to ensure that their sacrifice was not in vain. Of that I have no doubt, Master Alphino. I only hope the fates will not hold you to your word. Oh. So it would seem that we have time to greet the scholar after all. How delightful. I shall be interested to hear how she means to go about finding Nymphilia and Thancred. I can only assume she's privy to some new investigative technique. In any event, our first order of business is to rendezvous with Y'shtola in Idleshire. Yep. Voyage of the Dawn Treader'd? Yeah, Voyage of the Dawn Treader'd. You know, and when one of your friends gets a hold of a cursed artifact and turns into a dragon, that common thing that happens. It's good to see you. I confess, I assumed that your business in X-Prime would detain you longer. Did your meeting with Vidofnir go well? As well as can be expected, she must discuss Ceremic's proposal with Hraesvelgr, of course, but she did seem amenable to the suggestion. What of our Charlian guest? Has she arrived? She has. When I explained that you'd be joining us, she asked if she might use the intervening time to explore. I agreed to meet her outside the front bridge. We should be on our way. Right? This way? Yeah. Oh, yeah, that's different now. That all the way over there, that's different. Hey, Y'shtola? What the fuck is up with that? Oh, hello.
I'm terribly, terribly sorry to have kept you all waiting.
You need not apologize. We arrived but a moment ago ourselves. Pray, allow me to introduce Kral, who has recently come from the Charlian motherland. She has generously offered to assist us.
Oh, please, think nothing of it. A trip to Eorzea was long overdue. You must be the Warrior of Light. Yes, you certainly do look the part. A pleasure to meet you at last, sir. And who is that I spy but young Alpha No Levieur himself? I dare say someone's grown an ilm or two in my absence. Or are those lifts in your boots?
We, Miss Cryle and I met at the Studium years ago. I shall forever be indebted to her for her sage guidance.
It was no small task keeping him out of trouble, believe you me. The youngest ever to enter the Studium, him and his sister, 11-year-old prodigies. Suffice it to say, social graces were not among his list of talents. Striding up to his seniors on his first day, head held high. What was it he said again?
Thank you, Cryle.
For what? I haven't finished yet. Would you care to attempt a more dexterous deflection?
Mayhap we should save this delightful conversation for a more fitting occasion, when pressing matters do not demand our undivided attention.
A bit much, but better. I can tell you have been putting your skills to use here in Eorzea. Henceforth, I trust you will dazzle me with your eloquence at the first time of asking. Right, on to more pressing matters. Finding Minfilia and the other missing scions.
I gather you have new information to share with us.
A new approach, actually. Tataru recounted the tale of your escape, and it gave me an idea. Simply put, assuming Thancred left some manner of trail when you whisked him away, as is almost always the case with teleportation magics, I am confident I can find and follow it.
Then what are you waiting for?
The wherewithal to do it. The fact is, my abilities aren't quite up to the task. Not in themselves, anyway. If I had Master Matoya's crystal eye, on the other hand...
Then let us all call on her forthwith. I think it best that you explain your plan to her in person.
So, her name's not alliterative, and I find that very sus. Logs... Not logs? Travel? Aether Currents. Oh, I haven't even finished the... Oh, no, this is the Dravanian Hinterlands. I haven't finished the Sea of Clouds yet, either. I'm gonna need to do that. I love how Azislaw doesn't need any extra bullshit. Carl's the name of a party member from Final Fantasy XIV. Okay. Yeah, I was like, her name's not alliterative. All of the Lalafell have alliterative names. Ah, there we go. Aether Orb. Yep. 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 There we go. Okay, let's hop back on. Way? No, that's just that's the bridge that's broken that we can't use. Okay. In Japanese, her name's Kuru. Okay. Alright, yeah, Y'shtola, you wanna explain why there's a giant robot man? There wasn't a giant robot man earlier. Main town was talking to animals, and we got another reference in this quest. Matoya's Crystal Eye was the object you retrieved for in Final Fantasy I, whereas this game, it was a book. Okay. What about Alexander? No, I'm just like, you know, Y'shtola, do you want to mention the giant robot man that wasn't here before? Do you want to bring up the fact that there's a giant robot man in the lake? That's called side content. Y'shtola, I'm slightly concerned about the giant robot man. Excuse you. Can you just get out of my face, please? Oh, I gotta summon Carbuncle. There. You did say that we were heading for the cave, did you not? Because I certainly don't see a cave nearby. Is Master Matoya meeting us on the way or something? I've heard many stories of Master Matoya, some quite flattering, others less so. Rest assured, they're all true. This way, and, have care where you tread. I just want to be sidetracked about it. The raid series, don't worry about it. It's fine, I think. No one's gonna bring it up! Alphino is not gonna be like, hey, Y'shtola, last time we were here, there wasn't a giant robot man in the lake.
Oh, is that trouble I smell? Or did you forget to wipe your boots on the way in?
Forgive us, Master Matoya. We will be sure to wipe them on the way out. And may I say how glad I am that age has not yet deprived you of your senses.
Ever so quick-witted, aren't we? To the detriment of your manners. Well, out with it then. What do you want?
Pray, allow me to introduce myself, Master Matoya. I am Kryl, of the students of Baldessian. I hope you will excuse our unannounced visit.
Baldessian, you say? Ah, yes. The old coot set up shop on the Isle of Val, didn't he?
Regrettably, our Order's headquarters and the Isle itself were obliterated by a magic of immense power. I have the blessing of light to thank for my own preservation.
Kryl, you too possess the Echo.
Well, yes, of course I do. Our Order is devoted to uncovering the mysteries of Hydaelyn and interpreting her will, particularly through the study of her gift to us. It was in the course of these studies that I met and subsequently befriended Minfilia. She and I have rather a lot in common.
I had no idea.
You weren't supposed to. Not that I wanted to deceive you, you understand, but precautions had to be taken.
Yes, yes, that's all well and good, but you still haven't told me why you're here.
The students of Baldessian are gone, and there is naught I can do to change that. But the signs of the Seventh Dawn can yet be restored, and my dear friend found. You have in your possession an ancient crystal of light, one you call your crystal eye. I believe I can use it to focus my abilities and locate one of the missing scions.
And there I was, thinking you might want to make use of my years of experience. Oh, wait here.
I like Matoya. Matoya's neat.
Long did I ponder the nature of this crystal and its familiar radiance, but never did I suspect it was a crystal of light.
On the cusp of an umbral calamity, souls blessed with the power of the Echo invariably appear. To aid these, her chosen warriors, Hydaelyn bequeaths to each a slither of her strength in the form of a crystal of light. But as her strength wanes, so too does the potency of her gifts. This crystal, born of an earlier era, is infused with a power far greater than those of this age.
You could travel the length and breadth of the land and not find a crystal even a fraction as pure. Its value is beyond measure, as are the risks inherent in its use.
No two manifestations of the Echo are alike. I, for example, can converse with beings of every shape and size, excepting beasts, contrary to what others would have you believe. Language has nothing to do with it, of course. Rather, I am sensitive to the whispers of the soul. Their intent, their very essence even, the traces of which served to guide the elementals to Y'shtola. Far-fetched though it may sound, I believe that with your crystal eye, I may be able to pick up where they left off and follow the remaining trail to Thancred. That is, if I have your permission.
Well, the poor sod's not going to find himself. So, as long as you don't drop it or take it out of my sight, you may do with it what you will.
Thank you, Master Matoya. Then let us begin.
She's pondering the orb.
From the Black Shroud, the trail continues to the north and west, towards a mountain, the foot of Som Al. It was a near thing, but he was not deposited within the rock, I think.
The hunters of Tailfeather know those lands well. I say we begin our search there.
I need to stop her rolling up the pillow arm and pull some raised edges around it. Alright, I find myself in unfamiliar wilderness. My first instinct would be to seek out signs of civilization. Ordinarily, perhaps, but in his wounded state he may not have wished to risk contact with strangers of unknown allegiance. Yet, even had Thancred chosen to remain in the forest, the hunters would surely have stumbled across his trail. Tailfeather doesn't strike me as an isolated outpost, though. Merchants and traders pass through reasonably regularly, do they not? In which case, we'll need to provide a more detailed description when we question the locals. Fear not, Krile. I already prepared several sketches of Thancred for that very purpose. This is impressive. You drew him from memory? It's a skill I acquired some years ago for reasons I no longer remember. I propose we split into 2 pairs. Y'shtola and I will inquire the outlying encampments while missing Krile will question the residents of Tailfeather. Afterwards, we shall regroup near Lost Bath and share our findings. Assuming there are no objections, let's be about it. My, he certainly has matured, hasn't he? Hard to imagine he was once a boy who practiced drawing for hours to impress young ladies. Anyway, we had best get started. Find me when you finish making your rounds. Which for a friend of yours, let's have a look then. Alphinode's sketch. Ain't seen around, sorry. Like dirt cheap and I have them already. See in the face, saying something of a warrior? I heard a tale the other day about a Hurrian vagabond who was down by a Bandersnatch by himself, and with style. The way they tell it, it was like dancing with the beast like it was the bell of the bleeding ball. Sounds like a man? Hello? A little lad. Adventuring sweater. Thank you. Oh. Not bad. What was the other thing you gave me? Pantaloons. Ah. Alright. Thank you. Hurrian man, we're not exactly rare, you know. Can you be more specific? Did spy this one bloke a while back. Didn't get a look at his face, but it could have been him. This before the forest, I recall, along the river west of Tailfeather. I remember thinking he wasn't much of a hunter. The lad was making an effort to cover his tracks. See, that and he was carrying an axe instead of a bow. Finished. In that case, I think we learned everything we can here. Let's see what the others found out. Where are we going again? Over there. My apologies for our late arrival. We thought it wise to question as many hunters as we could. Many have made camp in inaccessible locations, ideal for hunting game, not so receiving visitors. Nevertheless, our time proved well spent. There have been countless sightings of an exceptionally capable Hurrian hunter with whom none is familiar. Though none chance to see the man's face, his height and build match Thancred's description, as is his fighting prowess. So you have heard the same tales, but that as it may, we yet want for conclusive proof. Mayhap this is unrelated, but I heard a curious tale regarding a Vath trader. Came to tale of how they're in search of garments fit for a man of refinement, which seemed a rather curious description for one of his kind. You are implying that Thancred sent a Vath to market in his stead? Why would he not go himself? Well, if you recall, you yourself emerged from the live stream as naked as your name day. It's a scene I shall never forget. Is it now? I was pleased to see you. I mean, it was a simple statement of fact. It stands to reason that Thancred found himself in the same predicament. In any case, if he had dealings with the Vath, they should be able to tell us, no? Quite right, Krile, quite right. What are we waiting for? Oh, no, Thancred could be waiting for us at Lostath Vath. We must go and see the Vath right away. Alpha, no, that's a wall. Actually, no, wait. No, yeah, no, it does go around this way. Everything blended together. Great hunters, we welcome you once more to Lostath Vath. What do you seek this day? We seek a man with whom we are told you may have had certain dealings. How curious, the hunters tire of godly sport and pursue the mortal prey? No, he's not prey, but a friend long missing. Good, he's a friend of the Vath as well, one with whom we have traded many times. Truly, and you're quite certain it was this man? There's no doubt the fleshling clothed in skins come to us from Som Ah, lost and weak. He offered meat and hides in trade. In exchange, we tended to his wounds. He brought us much flesh, so skilled a hunter he was, much flesh. When he asked for garments, we were glad to provide them. And where is he now? Gone to Lostath Nath. Not long ago, when he heard the One Mind had summoned our god once more. Ravana has returned? The Dauphinir did say the Nath had grown as before. What could Thancred hope to accomplish by himself? Honored Elder, we thank you for your help. Would that we could repay this kindness ere we depart, but we must hasten to our comrade's side. Go, great hunters, lest the Nath claim him as a sacrifice. God damn it, Thancred, don't get brainwashed again. Why? I know what quest sync is. Thank you. Where are my friends? Oh, you're not a friend. Oh. Up here. that does make sense. Warrior of Light will be by sooner or later to kick it in the nuts. Might as well wait around. Yeah.
Who else could be? Thancred! It could be Thancred! We must hurry!
Both having that so Raven moments.
This day, we reclaim the reins of history. This day, we rid ourselves of the Ascians forever!
Fools playing at heroes, all of you. Is this how you believe you can save your world?
We can and we will, Ascian. You shall see. Or perhaps you will not!
We're gonna kill him with the power of friendship.
So you are the Warrior of Light, the savior of Eorzea. It's a wonder you didn't come sooner, what with the primal and all. Lost a step, have we?
Have care. The ether moves strangely around him.
It would seem we share a common enemy. Mayhap you would tell us who you are.
Shall we show them?
I have a book. Oh man, he's all Devil May Cry. That goes cool. Yes, I'm never gonna stop using this book. I've yet to find a cooler book. Maybe a book that goes queh, but I think the book that goes cool is probably the best.
Not very sporting of you to interrupt. But so be it. Mark well our faces, warrior of light. For we are the warriors of darkness. Walkers of a different path. And we shall meet again.
It sounds to me like y'all need like a good PR agency. What do you mean now it's 5v5? Yeah.
Warriors of Darkness? Really?
Thancred! Are you all right?
There's a glowy version?
Pleasantries can wait. I'd rather not be here when the Nath arrive. Agreed?
I miss Talus and Jaffe.
Suffice it to say, our reunion was not at all as I pictured it. Waiting until the last instant to join the fray. 'Tis plain you have not lost your appetite for the dramatic.
My appetite for the dramatic? Have you forgotten the circumstances of our parting? The heroic last stand, the tunnel filling with light, and then... Had I known you intended to use forbidden magics to deliver me to some god's-forsaken wilderness, I would have thanked you in advance.
Thancred.
If nothing else, you might have warned me that I would emerge from the live stream in the Altogether. Eventually, I managed to fashion knives from some obsidian I found, and set about hunting for meat and hides.
I like how there's just a nut.
Given that I'm not all that skilled in leatherworking, it's probably for the best that I met the Vath before I was reunited with you.
He just fought a bear with a rock. This man just fought
So
a bear
you
with
were
a
the
rock.
fleshling clothed in skins of whom the storyteller spoke.
A description which fit me as ill as the skins themselves. Happily, I was able to trade with the Vath for garments better becoming a man of refinement. From them, I learned of Ravana, and of the great warrior who had once laid him low.
And thence did you conclude that were you to track the Primal's movements, it would surely bring you into contact with the Scions once more.
It seemed a reasonable assumption. I could think of no one else with your enthusiasm for slaying beastmen gods. Until now, that is.
Ah, yes. The self-proclaimed Warriors of Darkness. 'Tis only fitting that they stand in opposition to the Warrior of Light, I suppose.
Hot, edgy, hot topic, boys.
I glimpsed the leaders past, if only for a moment. They were confronting a man in black. An Ascian, I think.
They did shout, "This is it, Ascian," so I'm assuming yes.
If these warriors are capable of doing battle with Ascians and Primals both, they must be possessed of powerful protection. Protection not unlike the Echo.
Alphino is lost in thought, doubtless ruminating on the implications of your encounter with the Warriors of Darkness. Blessed with the power of the Echo and driven to put down primals, despite his declaration that they walk a different path, I struggle to see how their goals conflict with ours. Nor is it the only oddity. I find it passing strange that such an exceptional individual should have wholly escaped our notice until now. Surely we would have heard the rumors and attempted to recruit them to our cause. I recall no such adventurers, and I would not soon forget their like, nor would any of us, I think. One of our primary duties was to scour the city-states for promising candidates, which is how I found missing. Ah, the memories. It seems like only yesterday that you slew your first primal. I didn't read that. I didn't read the rest of that. I was gonna say, it's interesting to see, like, if the dialogue would be different, like Thancred being the one to mention, oh, that's how I found him, and then both of them being like, that's how Ida found him. If you were in the other city. I labor to believe that a band of preternaturally gifted adventurers has been traveling to the land, slaying primals without our knowledge. 'Twould imply gross negligence on our part. Speculation will avail us not. There is far too much we do not know. For the present, we must needs concentrate on what we do know, namely that Lord Ravana is no more. Vidofnir must be informed. The news may render her more receptive to Sir Emmerich's invitations. As it seemed to have affairs well in hand, I shall take my leave. Simply being in the vicinity of this colony has given me a stinking headache. If you have need of me, I shall be with Master Matoya. I would beg her assistance with the search for Minfilia. Wait, Minfilia's missing? I thought she escaped with missing. Minfilia is missing? I thought she escaped with missing. Yeah, there's I shall explain on the road. Much has happened in your absence. There was a war. We put an end to it. Our friend got turned into a dragon. The Pope was evil. It was the whole thing. Can dragons use aetherites? Like, there's one in this tower, so I gotta assume yes? I mean, humans did live here before, so maybe not, but... I had not thought to see you again so soon, mortal. If thou seekest the night, know that she hath long since departed for Ishgard. My thanks, Vidofnir, but it was not for her that we came. We bring good tidings for you and yours. Lord Ravana, whom had been summoned by the Nath, has been laid low. Truly, once more you mortals succeeded where mine own kind did fail. You have our deepest thanks. Would that we take credit. The god fell by another hand. Another? Revelation upon revelation. Regardless, it is cause for celebration. The Nath will have no choice but to withdraw. Another matter. I have tidings for thee as well. Regarding the Ishgardian's invitation, as promised, I brought the matter to my sire. Hearken to his answer now. For 1,000 years I have mourned my beloved, whom gave her life to forge a peace thy king betrayed. Such was my lot, until a child of Ishgard came unto me. From want of warmth she wrapped herself in a dream, yet the world will remember her deeds. For truth she fought, for justice she sinned, for redemption she sacrificed and became as light. To follow one's heart, to have faith in one's convictions, be it for weal, be it for woe, such is the folly and glory of man and dragon. He hath entrusted the choice to us, and we have made it. We will keep the faith with you who walk in the light. Then you accept Sir Emmerich's invitation? Let it be known that I, Vidofnir, shall journey unto Ishgard on behalf of my people. We are honored to receive your answer, and will convey your words to our allies without delay. Yeah, but flying still takes effort, right? It's happening, Acel. Would that you were here to see it. Again, we gotta go rescue Estinian. Like, I feel like we should go to the area and kill Nidhogg. I feel like that should be like a pretty high up there priority.
even as the Scions celebrated the return of a long-lost friend. Honorable men plotted to deprive them of another. Honorable men, to whom Sir Emmerich was no hero, but a scheming patricide. Honorable men, who would fain wash the paving stones of foundation with the tyrant's blood.
Oh, nice.
Honorable men, whose knife in the dark was the spark which set the city aflame, and who sang as it burned.
He'll be fine. He'll probably be fine. It's probably fine, don't worry about it. Right, let's not keep ceramic raiding. Yep. Are you quite well, Thancred? Yes, quite well, forgive me. You've given me a rather lot to digest. This whole affair with the Ishgardians and the Dravanians and our friends nowhere to be found. 'Twould seem there's no end to our troubles. We can but face them head on, one at a time. For now, we must apply ourselves to our allotted tasks and leave the others to theirs. Remember, Thancred, we found you, they found me. In time, we'll find Ida, Populimo, and Minfilia as well. These troubles will soon be but a memory, one which we can look back on together. Pray do not misunderstand. I did not mean to imply that it would be otherwise. I merely wish that I had rejoined our grand adventure at one of its more triumphal moments. Despite your recent accomplishments, the mood here is less than celebratory. But I have no doubt that we will enjoy many glorious victories soon enough, and that you may rest assured that I will play my part in them to the very hilt. I know you will. So then, to the congregation. Maybe it was chainmail. Maybe! He's probably fine. If they have astrologians here... You returned. In this, at least, the fates are kind. Greetings, First Commander. It pleases me to inform you that Vidofnir has accepted Sir Emmerich's invitation. She has? These are glad tidings indeed. Would that the Lord Commander were here to hear them. Is he otherwise engaged? Aye, sleeping off a knife to the gut. What happened? Will he live? The Trurians tell me he'll make a full recovery, but had Lord Edmund and Lord Etoriel not have been on hand when the assassin had struck, he would not have been so fortunate. For a mercy, they subdued the fiend before he could land the telling blow. The attack was just beginning, though. Not long after, buildings all around the city, including several of ours, burst into flame. Bastards caught us completely by surprise. We'd been about dousing the fires, but for everyone we put out, it seems like 2 more come up. Casualties are mounting, especially in the Broom. It is plain these fires were started by the assassin's conspirators. Until they have been rounded up, there will be no end to this. Will you help us find them? Let us be about it. Also, this is Thancred. It's a long story. He was naked and fought a bear. The flames are spreading. We must needs begin our investigation immediately. Witnesses must be found, suspects must be identified. Have you been able to determine the precise locations where the fires were set? Mayhap there's a pattern. If there is, if we have to discern it, fires have been reported throughout the city in both the pillars and the foundation. Indeed, given the size of the area affected, we think it's best to divide our forces. Master Alphino and Mistress Y'shtola, I would have you take charge of the investigation and foundation. As you wish. Mayhap Tataru can be of assistance as well. Meaning Missin and me get the pillars. Oh, they'll like me up there. Only question is, will the grizzled little rogue strike and oppose over there be joining us? Thancred of the Scions of the Seventh Dawn, and I may say what a pleasure it is to meet you too, my lady. I'll bet. The name's Hilda. A scion, eh? And there I was thinking I found a fellow ruffian amongst these illustrious personages. I'll remain here to coordinate the fire-quenching effort. If you learn aught of value, pray inform me immediately. That is all. You know, we didn't notice any fires burning. But we could begin sifting through the charred rubble and questioning random passersby. In my experience, every town has at least one individual who can be counted on to know things he or she should not. That's this woman right here. That's this woman here. Oh, the infamous Lord Emmeline de Fortom, lover of women and wine, though neither care for him that much. They say he could gossip for Ishgard. Just the sort of fellow I had in mind. Capital suggested. He'll be at the Croiser most like, making an effort to be seen. Let's go and see him. Crozier? Grizzled, I look set, but old? He fought a bear! He fought a bear, naked, with rocks! Crozier. How am I supposed to... Okay. I'm gonna do a Google.
Crozier.
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 Crozier. It's bear naked and he fought a naked bear. Yeah. Jeweled Crozier. What? Hello? Oh! Think. So, like, is it... Is it... How is it different? I guess I have to see. I have to glamour it at some point. Visit missing, my dearest of all friends. You're looking rather glum. Something matter, old boy? Ah, yes, the arson's dreadful business, that. And awfully curious, wouldn't you say? There doesn't seem to be any rhyme or reason to it at all. Naturally, we've doubled the guard outside of the manor, along with most of the other houses. Can't have the old pile going up in flames, after all. In case you were wondering why the Hoplon is awash with the refugees, the lower levels of the vault seem to have opened to the unfortunate souls who've lost their homes. Sir Emmerich's orders, from what I hear. Remarkable man. Not even a knife to the ribs can keep him from his duties. Actually, old boy, if you were thinking of questioning the refugees, I should be more happy to accompany you to the Hoplon. While you conduct your inquiries, I could offer words of comfort to the distressed and despondent young maidens. Wait a moment, I know what this is. You're giving me one of those looks, aren't you? You do me an injustice, old boy. I would have you know that my heart yearns for what one rose, prickly though she may be. I sense you remain unconvinced. Very well. If it would help to prove the purity of my intentions, I shall gracefully rescind my offer. Now run along and catch those arsonists. That was not entirely what I had hoped for. Whose idea was it to come here again? Never mind. For our step, I suggest we divide our efforts. While you question the refugees in the Hoplon missing, I shall investigate the locations where the fires were set. Would you be so good as to join me, Hilda? You know what? I reckon I would. Can't have you roaming around in an unfamiliar city by your lonesome, can we? You only get robbed blind and left shivered in your small clothes. Okay, let me equip it. And then, how do I target myself again? Is it that different? Is it the glowy notes? I might have already had it then. How do I get up? Go upstairs. It's like my current one. My current one also has the glowy notes. It's the same then. Okay, I apologize. Yeah, no, I've just been selling all my mats. I don't craft. I was the first one to be claimed, but I didn't see how the fire began. It was only when I heard our neighbors shouting that I looked outside and saw the flames. We barely escaped with the clothes on our backs. Were it not for the church's generosity, I don't know what we'd do. Come, my brothers and sisters, there is food and shelter enough for all in the Basilica. Hello and his blessings upon you, Father. I confess, we were not sure if we should come. There are so many unbelievable tales these days about the Archbishop, Sir Emmerich, and the Dravanians. Trust in your heart, brother, and pay no heed to the lies of lesser men. They seek only to lead you astray. Do you require succor as well, sir? So, Temple Knights have begun the investigation at last! Good, this madness has gone on for far too long. Would that I could do something to aid you in your search, but I have a duty to these poor souls. Farewell, and may the Fury guide your steps. There was a man with a satchel. I saw him kneeling outside the window, and there was smoke everywhere. And it was so hot I couldn't breathe. I don't remember how I made it out. I suppose I must have climbed. Maybe my arm's getting better after all? I'm realizing, is this supposed to be mist, or is this supposed to be smoke because fires? This is very Ravnica. This all feels very Ravnica to me. That, just the view down. Got a Rendezvous with Thancred. The word broom means fog mist. Oh, okay. In French. Anything to share? Will require more than muddled testimony of a traumatized girl if we're to identify the culprits. While you were questioning the refugees, we inspected the scenes of several of the fires, including one near St. Redmond's Cathedral and another near the Tribunal. For immersing, either structure suffered significant damage. Some might say they were spared the grace of the by the grace of the Fury. Others might question how such ruthlessly efficient arsonists contrived to fail so miserably on 2 occasions when their target was a bastion of Ishgardian orthodoxy. Nothing conclusive, of course, but it does give one cause to wonder. Alphino will doubtless have an opinion. I guess we can go downstairs this way. Alphino. Alphino. De donde está? There you are. Silence will avail you not, sir. Ah, missing. I was just about to summon you. As you can see, we have detained a suspect. Found this man loitering near the remains of one of the buildings. According to eyewitnesses, he was also present before the fires broke out. We wished to have words. He did not, so we insisted. Let me go, damn it. You got the wrong man. My, but you reek of oil, and those are burns on your hands. An occupational hazard, I suppose, but then, tell me, does arson pay well? A victim, you imbecile, look at me. Aye, that you are, after a fashion. You should know that your pietous patron has already spun us a delightful yarn about how his pet mongrel slipped the leash and said about burning half the city to the ground. Not very noble of him, I grant you, but these highborn types rarely do show loyalty to their pets. In fact, he called you a rabbit and begged us to put you down. It's bollocks, he's the one who told me to keep going. Even a sinner such as me could find salvation in the Fury's work, he said. Left behind, I left it behind, tried to, with all my heart. Said my prayers every day like a good man, but he came to me. He came to me! There you have it, Hilda. Would you be so kind as to escort our friend here to the congregation? Aye, as long as you don't mind if he's limping when he gets there. That was incredible, Thancred, but how'd you know he would confess? Well, I've seen his like before. A troubled soul manipulated by men of power and wielded as a weapon. I cannot be certain, of course, but given the stakes, I thought it worth the risk. And if our captive had called your bluff? Must we entertain hypotheticals? The world is as it is vexing enough. Thank you, Thancred. Whether by luck or judgment, we have at last confirmed that these arsons were orchestrated by a person or persons of influence. I think it best we now return to the congregation and discuss how best to proceed. about half of the Holy See of Ishgard. Thank you all. The man you apprehended is being interrogated as we speak, though he fell silent upon realizing that we had not turned his master. He will soon tell us what he knows, one way or another. Pardon the intrusion, First Commander. Lord Atoriel, are you come to see your father? He's attending Sir Emmerich in his chambers at present. I am. He bid me bring this salve. Then do not let me detain you, and thank you for your kindness, my lord. In times of trouble, every man must do his part. Would that I could do more. My Lord Atoriel did not seem to be in the best of spirits. It is little wonder, Master Alphino. His father is widely slandered, and his half-brother his half-brother not yet cold in the grave. I guess it doesn't matter.
I do not mean to diminish our accomplishments, but until we identify the ones who ordered the fires set, our work is far from finished.
Between the various conservative and religious factions in Ishgard, I dare say there's no shortage of parties who would like to see the status quo preserved. Do any likely suspects spring to mind?
Far too many to count.
Lord Commander, your wounds.
Are healing well. Thank you. Time is of the essence. Lest we forget, these men would sooner put their own city to the torch than see it change. When our enemies learn that we have apprehended their arsonist, there is no telling how they will react.
Oh, look, a
Lord
reaction.
Commander, an armed mob has seized control of the vault.
And now we know. Tell us what happened, sir. Spare no detail.
We were directing refugees into the Basilica, as you ordered, when all of a sudden, men brandishing weapons were all around us. It happened so fast, my lord. We had no time to respond. They've taken the refugees hostage and barricaded themselves inside the vault.
And they sent you to deliver their demands.
They, the true brothers of the faith, demand that a conclave to select the next archbishop be held forthwith. Furthermore, they declare that you, Lord Commander, are guilty of patricide and high treason, and that you must surrender yourself at once to receive of the Fury's judgment.
What's it called? Trial by combat. Trial by combat.
Ridiculous! I mean, do they honestly think that executing Sir Emmerich would change anything? That the truth will somehow die with him?
These fundamentalists rage against the passing of the old ways, unable to accept there can be no going back.
Given the fanciful nature of their demands, a peaceful resolution does not seem likely. If the hostages are to be rescued, it will be by force, I fear.
Yeah, I was the one who did a patricide.
Agreed. Lucia, take a contingent of knights and establish a perimeter outside the entrance.
At once, Lord Commander.
Hilda, I need your people out in force throughout the Broom. When word spreads of the situation, the friends and family of the hostages may try to take matters into their own hands. I will not give these militants more targets. I shall lead the assault on the vault. Master Alphino, can I count on the support of the Scions?
Of course.
We are in your debt.
I shall join you as well, Lord Commander.
Your assistance is most welcome, Lord Atwarel.
Atwarel.
To arms, then, friends. Time is against us.
I'm saying Atwarel. 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 I don't like the amount of focus he's gotten in these last two cutscenes. The fact that he just shows up and it's like, hey, I'm here also, and I brought a salve for Sir Emmerich. And then he just comes in and he's like, I want to join you. Like, it's this thing where it's like very sudden, very sudden and involvement in the plot. Atwarel. Atwarel. Where are we going? Meet in the pillars. The old Crozer. Crozer?
Crozier.
Crozier. Jur. 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 Out of the Basilica silently via this gate. According to our line of reports, there are at least 6 hostages being held within. The numbers and readiness of the true brothers of the Fate are unknown. I am told one claimed to have served under Thornton the 7th. Might the same be true of the rest? Given the swiftness with which they seize control of the vault, I think it highly likely, yes. Which means that they may well possess the knowledge required to turn the building's defenses against us. Be that as it may, we have no choice but to press on. Lord Atwarel, you are a brave man and true, and none would dare question your honor if you chose not to risk your life for this endeavor. Are you certain you wish to join us? I'm no stranger to the battlefield, Sir Emmerich. My arm will not falter. My shield will not break. Halonia as my witness, we will bring these fanatics to justice. Well said, my lord. Friends, follow me. As goes light, so goes darkness. Are the Warriors of Darkness gonna be here? They emerge from their hot topic to save hostages? Hostage takes precedence over all else. Mind your attacks, subdue the enemy quickly. Are you injured? Bless you. Must hurry. The others were taken elsewhere by Sir Simonimin. Sir Simonimin, this indeed the work of the Archbishop's foreign servants. On your guard, they've sounded the alarm. Alarum? Is that different than an alarm? You're the hostage. Leave the others to us.
Down with you!
Mr. Emmerich, he's come to kill us. Yeah, obviously. Oh. You're just punching the hostage to death with knives? Which normally would you'd think would involve stabbing the hostage, but no, you are punching with knives. That's how pugilists work. Is it over? They took the others somewhere. It all happened so quickly. There they are. Let none escape. Hear me out, though. What if we did?
You underestimate me.
Sir, someone lay down your arms and release the hostages, and you'll be shown mercy. I give my word. The word of a heretic and a kinslayer, you would soon trust a dragon. Activate the knights, we shall show the hostages the same mercy you showed the archbishop. Sickness must be purged. Unlike you, Sir Emmerich, I'm a man of honor. By my hand you shall receive the Fury's judgment. So is the trial then, Lord Arturel missing? Leave it to us and leave us and save the hostages. I will see Sir Seminard. Trial by combat. Where are we going? Here you go. But where? Got it. Right. Go. Survive. Come, Sir Emmerich needs our help. I'm on my way. I could have just left my carbuncle with him. Or my Chocobo. I'm just saying, I get, like, gameplay-wise or whatever, but I got a trained Chocobo friend. No, she ain't. She really ain't.
This knight does not yield!
We got this though. Sweet. Congratulations, you got to be the last hostage. Took Mael upstairs when he saw you kill his men. No fear, child. We will save your friend. We will try to save your friend anyway. I just don't want to... It's a child. I don't want to guarantee... I want to put as much...
Where is he? Where is he?
I want to put as much certainty as possible without making it absolute certainty, because,
Come no closer!
You have nowhere to run. Release the girl and surrender.
Surrender to whom? The blasphemer who throws wide the gates to our enemy? Who breaks bread with him and calls him brother? Ungodly swine! I would sooner die than surrender to you.
Is it godly to spill the blood of an innocent child? To burn the homes of your brothers? Tell me, priest, is that godly?
yes, point.
Do not speak to me of godliness, heathen! Your father's blood is on your hands.
It's on mine.
As is hers!
Oh. I have a chocobo, it can fly. Y'shtola! Yeah, Y'shtola, do the thing! Do a magic! Vidofnir! Ah, sweet! Okay, cool.
What? But I...
Never-ending story.
Vidofnir!
Well met, knight. Mayhap I chose an inopportune moment.
I'd say it's
Not
a
at all.
opportunity.
Pray forgive us this most unworthy reception. We are honored to have you with us, and right glad of your aid.
Fortune delivered the child unto me. I had but to receive her.
Thank you for saving me.
Thou art welcome, child.
Not a bad way to enter the city. Just save it. Hello, I'm here. I saved a child that your priest just tried to toss off of a roof.
Never did I think to be indebted to so unexpected a savior. But full glad am I to be so.
Friend of Izel, warrior of warriors, I had hoped to meet with thee.
Just looks away from Sir Emmerich and me.
I bear a message from my sire.
From Freysfelger?
Upon returning to our lands, Nidhogg's shade did sing unto his brood, and they for skies unknown did then take wing.
Okay, so they're not at the area then.
This thou must know, for your fates are inextricably bound.
What of Estinian? Is he truly lost to us?
Such matters are beyond my ken. I but bear my father's words. Take from them what thou wilt. Fare you well, mortals.
We're gonna like talk diplomacy and stuff? I mean, I feel like you coming in saving a child from a crazy fanatic is probably more diplomacy than you could ever. That's probably like the best PR.
So it is as they say then. A great white dragon swooped down from the heavens to rescue an innocent child.
A most unexpected turn of events, but not an unwelcome one. The people will not soon forget this day.
Yet how will they choose to remember it, Sir Emmerich? And will these events serve to bring man and dragon closer together, or drive a deeper wedge between brothers? After 1,000 years, the world these men once knew is changing, and with ungentle swiftness to boot. Though their actions are misguided, their sentiments are only to be expected. You may be sure that others will rally to their cause. I share your desire for a lasting peace with the Jovanians, I do. But I would not see it built on the bones of our countrymen, nor on our own. I see much of Horsefort in you, and I could not bear to mourn the passing of another son.
Lord Edmund.
Yeah, you need to fight misinformation and make sure everyone hears the real story. Yeah. But the issue is there are like people, not everybody wants to hear the real story is the problem. That was a very borderline evil looking look that you gave your dad there, or gave Sir Emmerich. I don't know. there's vibes. I'm getting vibes. I don't entirely enjoy getting. The day of surprises, is it not? 'Tis but a pity Vidofnir could not stay longer. Yes, I think that's, it's fair to say that she timed her departure rather less well than her arrival. Well, time scarcity does it justice, but 1 moment later would have been a moment too late. Let us pray that the Ishgardians who've yet harbored doubts will take these events to heart and accept the truth of Sir Emmeric's words. Well, 'tis only meet that I inform Tataru of what has occurred here. If you have need of me, I shall be at Fortom Manor. Allow me to accompany you. Tataru would never forgive me if I left for the Rising Stones without saying goodbye. He's dead. That I hadn't read it that way, but you're right. A moment missing. I wish a word. Tell me, does Thancred seem quite well to you? I sure got him well done with Hilda. That I have no doubt. His time in the wilderness did not deprive him of his charm. But that is neither here nor there. What concerns me is his etheric flow, which I fear has been irreparably disrupted. As a result, I strongly suspect that his ability to manipulate the ether has been compromised. Simply put, Thancred may no longer be able to wield magics. It would do much to explain why he chose to remain within the wilderness instead of seeking us out. He would have been compelled to rely solely on traditional methods of travel, significantly prolonging his journey. And when he learned that nearby beast tribe was making preparations to summon a primal, it may have well seemed more sensible to wait. But this is still a little more than speculation. Until I have proof, pray speak no word of it. Right then, I should be on my way. Kryl must, may have charm Master Matolia for now, but who can say how long it'll last? So Thancred came back from the live stream, couldn't cast magic, that's why he didn't teleport to us. But what about Minfilia? What about Ida and Papa Limo? Did they not, like, pick up any newspaper anywhere and read, like, oh hey, plot to kill the Sultana ended, rather unceremoniously. Scion's no longer wanted. Also, Warrior of Light is in Ishgard. Like, you know, like, I feel like, I'm curious why they haven't popped up yet, you know? Is curious. Curiouser and curiouser. Okay. Let's keep going. This feels like a good place to end, and it is midnight. But counterpoint, I want to keep playing. What was the Psychic Girl's actual power again? Minfilia? Or Ida? Minfilia just has the echo like we did. She doesn't fight.
That Vidofnir should chance to arrive even as the girl fell. Truly, I could not have planned it better myself.
She just has the echo so she can see the past like we can.
Ah, good. We were afraid you might have left.
That man has the same face. He has the same face as the priest.
A shield, my lord?
You already gave me one. I put it at your...
Fit for a true knight. An expression of our gratitude to you and yours. Long overdue.
Second shield I've received from you guys. The first one had a hole in it, but like, yeah.
But there is something else I would discuss ere you part. Something which cannot leave this room. My father will soon step down as head of our house. Sir Emmerich was not the only one to fall under suspicion following the death of the Archbishop. There are some who believe my father complicit in a coup d'etat. Thus he intends to renounce his title to absolve our house of suspicion and secure the support of our peers.
Surely there must be another way to convince houses Durandare and Zamail.
So I said to him. Alas, he will not budge. Ever since I was a child, I knew that I would one day succeed my father. The thought of it filled me with pride. Yet once I learned the day was at hand, my heart was filled with naught but dread. Our legacy is built upon the lies of our forefathers. In accepting this title, am I not perpetuating this injustice? Why should I become the next count?
Oh, this is complicated.
But then I thought of my brother. A knight lives to serve, to aid those in need.
And remember the words that I had the other option to say.
When you look on that shield, I trust you will remember his words. And should I once more find my resolve wavering, I ask that you show me the way.
Okay, he seems
you
seems
were a
pretty
brother
on
to
the level.
Horschiffon. Will you be a brother to me as well?
Yeah.
Come, Emanelaine. There's much to be done. For father, and for Sir Emmerich, and for Ishgard. To think we share the same blood. Pray excuse us.
So Horsefawn's a half-brother? Who did
Those were the days of promises and vows, of tentative first steps into an uncertain future.
Who else did...
A future shaped by the choices we made, in ways we could never have foreseen. Born of good and evil,
Yeah,
of
I got
light
that
and darkness, and shepherded by our hand. Be it for weal, or be it for woe.
Memoirs of Count Edmund de Fortom. As goes light, so goes darkness. I'm just curious who... Wind up Horsefawn! What isn't dead or created in a goldsmith's workshop can never die. Fortom Night Shield. Okay, it's an actual shield. Hey, are we gonna talk about how you hung out with Ascians? This is that proof? A Gurton orc? What? Is a truth long forgotten, a tale of the beginning, and a path we have been set upon. Our fates were ordained long ago, Archon. The Garleans are no exception, nor the Triad. You know what must be done. The Garen oracles. Alice A! Oh no. She wasn't here. Oh hey! Ida! I was wondering where you guys are. Well? Everyone has their orders. The mass will attack soon as all units are in position. The Imperials won't know what hit them. I fear it will be bloody. By Ralgar, it better be. We cannot stay here forever, Ida. We have other responsibilities. I know full well what my responsibilities are, and I mean to fulfill them, every one. Sorry, I was waiting to share good tidings with you and Alpha now. I've been looking all over for you. Good news regarding Flamen, Hoary Boulder, and Coltonet. Has something happened? No, nothing bad. Quite the opposite, in fact. It seems once they learn the Scion's good name and restored, they boarded the next ship bound for Limsa Laminza. They should be arriving any moment now. It's easy to forget how useful link pearls are, isn't it? When they work, I mean. And you don't mind being spied on. Quite. But what wonderful news. To think that our reunion is close at hand. Pleasure to see you, Alphino. Thancred and Kryl, what brings the two of you here? Kryl and I have been looking into how we might track down Minfilia. And we may have just found the answer. When you were fleeing Ul'dah with Minfilia, you said that Hydaelyn spoke to her shortly before you parted ways, yes? Assuming that is true, and I see no reason to suspect that it's not, it seems reasonable to conclude that Hydaelyn commanded her to remain behind. That is to say, the Mother Crystal directly interceded to guide Minfilia. Admittedly, this is also quite hypothetical, but I propose that such an intervention, however subtle, must surely leave some sort of residual trace, a lingering disturbance in the ether, or a ripple, if you will. In order to establish the existence of such ripples, of course, we will require suitable data. Fortunately, I know where such data can be found, the battleground where missing fell the ultimate weapon, and the site of my personal ignominy. It was there that Hydaelyn intervened to shield him from the magic I invoked. Kryl and I will infiltrate that castrum and analyze the aether therein. The two of you, alone? I've proven knack for subterfuge, and I'm confident there will be sufficient nooks and crannies in which to hide Kryl while patrols pass. Besides, if you and Missing come along, who will see to Flamen's grand homecoming? You put it like that. Very well, I trust in your plan. I know not whether this data will yield a means to find Minfilia, but it will at the very least eliminate another avenue of inquiry. Saru and I will return to the Rising Stones and make preparations for our comrades' returns. Might I impose you to meet them at the Laminzian docks? I shall see the four of you at the Rising Stones. Safe travels. Limsa Laminza. Oh, it's a beaver. I thought it was a hamster, but it's a beaver. That's like a vampire beaver. Hold on, one moment. I must... Hello. Nope, get back here. There we go. Excellent. Anyway, we can continue. Limsa Lominsa is great. It's like if Las Vegas wasn't awful. Oh, Missing, how have you been? Come here, let me have a good look at you. Take the 12. Our hearts... one of the strangest tales in foreign lands. I worried about you all day, every day. I worried about you all every day. We would have sent word sooner, but the Braves afforded us no opportunity. When they fell upon us in the market, it was all we could do to escape. Taru found her way to you, of course, but we were forced to seek shelter aboard a Hanish vessel. It pained us not being there when needed us most, but we will make the most of it. We made the most of it, didn't we, Coltonet? Studied and trained from dusk till dawn, we did. We would have sent word sooner, but we know not whom to trust, and with such vast distance. But those dark days are behind us at last. I shall be glad indeed to return home and speak with my daughter. Yeah, about that! About that whole speaking with your daughter thing. She's kinda still missing. How could you let this happen? Forgive me, I am sure you're doing everything in your power to find her. As Thancred must be, he watched over her from the first, long before me, and he'll watch over her to the last. I shall pray for a safe return, and busy myself in the meantime. For a certainty there is much more to be done. The Braves may have bloodied us, but the path remains, and we shall not be swayed from it. That's the spirit. To the Scions, and a long overdue reunion. Huzzah! There you have it, to the Rising Stones. Oh, meanwhile, in the Legion of Doom. Oh. Yep. Ignore the tattoo on its neck.
Well done, sir. And with that, I believe we are ready to proceed.
Let us be about our business, then. The next patrol may not be so credulous.
He like Krell's ear hoodie.
Why must you be so disappointingly brusque? You're not at all as Minfilia described, you know. I don't think you favored me with so much as a single compliment since we set out.
Not into women who look
Tell
like
me,
they're...
did your time in the wilderness
like
sap you of all
7.
your charms? Or are you holding it in reserve for your beloved?
This is neither the time nor the place.
Well, call me old-fashioned, but when I'm risking life and limb infiltrating an Imperial castrum, I like to be sure of my comrades' motivations.
I see now where Alphino gets it from. Minfilia is dear to me. It is true. But not in the way you think. 15 years passed, when she was still but a child. There was an incident at a parade. A Gubu broke free of its fetters and ran amok through the streets of Ul'dah. Had I been more attentive, I could have prevented it. But I was distracted, and her father was killed. I feared she would never recover. But in the years that followed, she showed herself to be more resilient than I had ever imagined. And when she learned of her gift, she did not flinch from the responsibility, but sought to guide others on the path. She touched the hearts of all around her. Mine, Louisoix, every Scion's. In those dark days following the calamity, she was our guiding light, our hope for a brighter future. She had so many dreams, and I would give anything to make them come true.
My apologies. I can see she means the world to you. I did not mean to pick at old scars.
No harm done, I assure you. But fair is fair, my lady. What is Minfilia to you?
You mean you don't know? Only my dearest friend. When I finally emerged from my torpor, I learned that nary a day had passed without her asking after me. She never gave up hope.
Was she mentioned before in game?
And neither will I.
Then for Minfilia's sake, let us pray that these vestiges of Hydaelyn's intervention will lead us to her.
Okay. We're gonna fly ourselves back to Revenant's Toll. Feels good to be home again. I think that everyone's waiting for us, just beyond those doors, friends and family with whom we've shared so much. God's help me, but the older I get, the more sentimental I become. Come, let us not keep them waiting. You ask what those orders were? Yeah. I did have a brief chat with her again when I regained all the crystals. Elaine, Epheme? Fills my heart to see you both hale and healthy, and what of Agiri? She's well, though abroad on a mission at present. It just wasn't the same without you. Welcome back, my lady. Could do with more than that around here. Heartfelt reunions with stalwart companions. Bring a boy tear to the eye. To secret oneself in a ship hold to secure passage to a faraway land. It's a tale we know all too well. When they were all rested, I would like to seek a formal introduction. Why wait? Come, there's no need to be shy. Pray grant me a moment longer, at least, though I'm happy to oblige you. My legs are rather less accommodating. Ocker, what in the seven hells drove my little brother to come to Mordona? Why, you, brother, you and the Scions, of course. For 1,000 days I trained, that I might grow as strong as you, that I might fight alongside you, and yet, now here you are, since you have surpassed me once more. Do not tell me you trained with the Hanish, did you not? Your eyes do not deceive, brother. I have studied the trials of the Braves, and drunk deep in the souls of mine enemies. Kryle's mentioned a few times in ARR, and it's also implied to be in communication during the escape from the castrum, the train depot. Okay. I think I do recall when she mentioned, like, oh, the island disappeared. Also, is it all of Old Charlian that disappeared, or is it just the singular island that the students of Baldessian are on that disappeared? Once you've settled in, I would like to join the search. It's an island that's near the main Charlian Island. Okay, because I was like, the entire country didn't disappear into the live stream or whatever. It's been so long since I've seen them all like this. Too long. 'Twas the chaos born of my foolish ambition which forced them to flee. Though they are returned, there are others yet missing, others whom we cannot forsake. We'll find them, Alphino. I know we will. Minfilia, Ida, Papalimo, every last one. And when they walk through those doors, we'll be in here to welcome them home. With me at the head of the queue, of course. All of Steam staff. Alphino is eager to return to the search for Minfilia. Oh, I get a Pororogo! Yes! Enchanted familiar, though it may be kissing, it will do nothing to alter its corporeal form. Thancred and Kral contacted us a short while ago. It would seem that their foray into Castor Meridian bore fruit. They asked that we rendezvous with them in Y'shtola in Idleshire while they will share their findings. Rude though it is to depart without speaking to the guest of honor, I suspect she will forgive me if I return with her daughter. Yeah, Alphino, are you also not curious about the fact that there's a giant robot man? Are you not at all worried about the giant robot man, Alphino? My apologies, I seem to be the last to arrive. So what news have you for us? Well, as you postulated, there indeed appeared to be the remnants of an unexplained disturbance in the ether at the scene of the Ultimate Weapon's destruction, a ripple at odds with the presiding pattern. Though faint, the waveforms bore a strong resemblance to those observed following the destruction of the Isle of Val, when I believe Hydaelyn shielded me with the Blessing of Light. To confirm our findings, we paid a little visit to our sealed aqueducts. There we detected the same waveform, but orders of magnitude larger, as one would expect for a more recent disturbance. Hydaelyn, there's no other explanation. There's more. When I studied the site where Y'shtola used flow, it appeared that not 2, but 3 beings had been affected. Yet unlike Y'shtola and Thancred, there was no trail to follow. Our unknown third party was simply there, and then not there. Now, recall your visions of a vast crystal floating in the sea of ether. Though this too is but a theory, studies of the gifted subjects suggest that, when communing with Hydaelyn, we briefly leave our bodies behind. So let us consider the facts. 1. Hydaelyn interceded. 2. A third being was caught in Y'shtola's flow and vanished without a trace. And 3. Hydaelyn may have the capacity to summon the consciousness of gifted individuals to her side. You're implying, as I take it, that Hydaelyn guided Minfilia into the compass of my magic, that she might summon her, body and soul, into the ethereal sea? In which case, we must needs continue our search there. For a blessing, the means to do so already exists. I speak of the Anti-Tower, a Charlian constructed, conceived to provide the scholars a vantage point over the ethereal sea. Though I know not where its current entrance lies, we need only ask the last custodian, a contrary old crone who, for another blessing, refused to join the Exodus. Master Matoya was the keeper of the Anti-Tower? I had no idea. Then our course is clear. We must petition her aid once again. Okay, I have some quests to turn in here, right? Yeah. Hello. Mister, I'm Chloe. Who might you be? I'm on the stories? Wow, you're like a legend, a real living, breathing legend. It's so exciting. Tell you I love stories? I do, and I'm just listening to them. I'm pretty good at telling them. I have this friend whose mommy and daddy went away and never came back, and well, she gets lonely and cries sometimes, so I tell her stories to cheer her up. That's right. Stories of the brave adventurers like you. She likes my stories. She stops crying and even starts smiling and laughing. Seeing her happy makes me happy too, but lately she's just been staring off into space again. Must be my fault. I bet all my stories are starting to sound the same. An idea. Do you know what it is? I'll ask great adventurers like you to tell me your stories, and I'll put them together to make new stories of my own. It's a really great idea, right? Tell me you think so too. Will you help me? Rowena gives me all sorts of things when I work hard, so if I do this for you, I can give you something to you. What sort of things? Well, tomestones for one. And, well, all kinds of other special stuff, but not my Mandragora pin. That's mine. So do me a favor. Remember when your bestest stories and write them in this notebook. I call it Chloe's Wondrous Tales because I have a tale and I tell tales. Get it? Every time your stories help come up with a new tale of my own, I'll give you a present. It'll be a lot of fun for both of us, don't you think? Thanks. Okay. I don't like your eyes. Something about your eyes are creepy. Okay. 16 squares, duty, or category the same. Try okay, cool. These conditions described within. Deliver your marked journal to Chloe. Story limit code shall record you accordingly. Okay. Okay. But no, I need. Is that? Nope, don't care. This one. Alright, I need to find all of the Aetherflow quests. Hello. Nope, no Aether Current, don't care. Hello. Aether Current? No Aether Current, don't care. I think that's all the blue quests here, so. Answering quarter. Alright, so down this way. I have to. Okay. What am I looking for? Person. Here we go. Hello. What do you want me to do? Yeah, da. Search for stolen items. Okay. What am I supposed to be doing? Up here, maybe? Oh yeah, what do you know? I sense a hostile presence! Get out of here. Okay, cool. And I'll turn that in. I guess I can turn it in now. It's not that far away. Hello, I did the thing. Give me the Aether Flow. You have other quests for me, but I don't care. Okay. What am I looking at? Not enough. Hey Matoya, we've come to bother you again. Also, give me a frog. God, flying is great. Flying is such a great thing. What a surprise. Well, what secrets have you come to extract from me this time? Pains me to admit it, your words strike close to the mark. We humbly ask that you grant us entry into the anti-tower that we might use it to seek a friend who we believe has been transported to the ethereal sea. And who told you I could do such a thing, I wonder? The tower was abandoned to keep its magical keepers 15 years ago. They have the run of the place now. If that is no deterrent to you, then by all means. Is that all? I felt sure you would seek to dissuade us from our course, given your role as a custodian. Role? Hardly. The Forum foisted the title on me. During the Exodus, every entrance to the anti-tower was sealed, save one. That one! My role consists of making sure no one with ill intent sneaks through it, such was the Forum's final order to me. Well, I can remove the wards right now. Will you be going or not? Will, Master Matoya. We'll do whatever it takes to find Minfilia. We'll see about that. You, Baldessian girl, you're staying here with me. I need you to help restore the wards to their original state. The rest of you can go on the condition that you clean up the mess in the tower. If you encounter any unruly familiars, you're to tend to them. Those are my terms, and I'll hear no argument. Appears the Mitches have spoken. Lead the way. Ah, no, they want us to go and kill things? I'm so bad at that. Alright. Let's go, gang. Are we getting Poro Rogo? No. We're just getting Thancred. I wanted to go and Poro Rogo again. He's a good lad. Best party member I've ever had. Ooh. I have the carbuncle. Yes, I do have carbuncle right out. What up, nerd?
Not so fast!
Up.
Away with you!
Oh, I thought we were done. Woo! Porogo River Thing. None shall pass with it.
Focus. Release!
Speaking of none passing, they revealed the Lord of the Rings cards for the Magic Lord of the Rings set. The One Ring looks neat. I'm not like a Lord of the Rings fan, so I don't know if I'm going to invest a bunch in the set, but cards look cool. Do we, like, decide which way we go? Yeet! The 12, it's literally upside down. The ether is so dense as to be blinding. Ha! Ha, get it? Blinding? Because I'm blind? Alphino, do you get it? Tancred, do you get it? I made a joke. Yeah, I guess they both.
Away with you!
It's like, do both of them know how to do human transmutation now, or can both of them do transmutation without a circle now? Because Y'shtola gave up her sight, and Thancred gave up his ability to do magic, which I guess is the no. Thancred just gets his brother back from the dead.
Yeah.
I'm making a joke. It's Full Metal Alchemist because he gives up his ability to do alchemy so that Al gets his body back. Woo! Oh, hi there. Zurorogo. You got a D20! Got a D20. Watch out, Thancred, he's a gamer. Oh, he's singing. He's grooving.
Away with you!
The dreamers, the lovers. Tancred is the tank? Yes. And me. The dreamers, the lovers, and me.
No mistakes!
Almost got him. Oh no, I'm a frog! I'm frog! It's not easy being... Aw. Good night, sweet prince. Yeet! Kermit reference. This is it then, the ethereal sea. This is the shore, you might say.
Focus. Release!
Try this!
Away with you!
An actual chest. Oh, I already got one. Cool, it doesn't matter. Hello! I should put the limit break button on my taskbar. You carbuncle powers. Are you dead? Nope, you're not dead. There we go. While I'm here... Nope, wrong thing. Accident traits. Roll... Oh, general limit break. cool. What do we got here? Bop.
Yeah.
Away with you!
Down. Is this the final boss, or is this just the final boss of this phase? No, it's a phase. There's another where hearts.
Not so fast.
Ziggy, save everyone! Ziggy, hero! Oh, Ziggy, I believe in you! Ziggy, zoom! Oh, Ziggy super beam time. I'm good. We're good. Ziggy murder! Look, I can't be mad. I can't be mad at him trying to murder us. Like, Ziggy Doom! He's just doing his best, and like, I can't...
Like this!
I can't be angry at him for that, you know?
Away with you!
Upper reaches. Oh, because it's the anti-tower. Okay. Duh. Hello. Even the candles burn upside down. How very Charlene do observe the excessively useless details. Are you guys gonna come down off the top and try and murder us? Yep, you are. Y'all are dead. There's a treasure chest here. Give me a sec. I love the little wind-up Magus. It's adorable. This one?
Yeah. Away with you! Away with you!
Oh, I didn't need to summon that. Oh well. We're good. Be that. And then boss time. Oh! I don't like this. I don't like this at all. I'm not a fan. Can I just fight Zodiark instead? I don't like this. I don't like it. I don't like it at all. I'm not a fan. I would like it to die. I would like it to die very much. Oh, no! 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 Not a fan. Stop it. Kill me. Kill me, please. Okay, cool. How do we stop this? Okay. We don't. That's the answer.
Away with you!
Die! 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 There we go. Creepy baby, get out of my face. Please die. No, go. No! I didn't see all of them die. They're still spinning somewhere. They need to be burned. They need to do the Toy Story 3 scene, except there should not be any aliens to save them. It's the closest point to Material C. We're coming for you, Menthilia. 8th year is almost too much for my eyes. God, no, I don't want either of those minions.
Hear, feel, think.
What's up?
Through time and space hast thou journeyed unto me, as I knew thou wouldst. We are the word of the Mother. We, who were once called Minfilia. Much time hath passed for thee since the bloody banquet, since I hearkened to her word. Mother, Hydaelyn, guided me towards Y'shtola and Thancred, that I might be swept up in their flow and delivered unto the ethereal sea. There, adrift and alone, her voice silent once more, I prayed for those we had lost, for those we can yet save. To her I would make an offering. We speak now with one voice, one will, one word. Unto thee we bequeath the most precious of gifts, the truth which lieth at the heart of this world. Thus do we beseech thee once more. Hear, feel, think. Before there was life, in the depths of the ethereal sea, light and dark did once dwell as one. But the darkness coveted power, and the balance was broken. Thus was I forced to banish him unto the distant heavens, to forever remain apart, a moon bound. In sundering the star did we cry out, and the barriers twixt planes chanced to falter. Across 10 and 3 were we then divided, reflections of the source, each possessed of a shard.
To be inferred, can you say this a bit simpler?
Zodiac longeth to be made whole. For his restoration, for his resurrection, his servants labor without cease. They seek to tear down the barriers which surround the source. Thus do they rejoice in their ardor, in your calamities, for each marks a rejoining. Seven times have they succeeded. 7 times hath the darkness grown stronger. 7 times have I failed.
The Ascians cannot be suffered to continue. This is my final. The crystal's power is all but spent. With what remains, I will return you to the shore of the ethereal sea. Blessed children, go forth and seek. Seek.
Do you want to, explain what? Cool, you gave me some context, but I got no real direction. Other than just go and murder Ascians.
You've had another vision, haven't you? Let us return to Master Matoya's cave. Everyone will wish to hear what you saw.
We're not using the door, we're just appearing.
Still in one piece, are we? Well, did you learn anything?
We're fucked. Zodiark's in the moon, and they want him to not be in the moon anymore.
The word of the mother? I'm not sure I understand.
Yeah, no, same. She didn't explain that bit. She can
Nor
talk
am
to
I.
me already.
Cryo?
As unbelievable as it sounds, I see no reason to doubt her. The word's tale. No one was more sensitive to the will of Hydaelyn than Minfilia. And if Hydaelyn has grown so weak that she can barely make herself heard, it is not hard to see why Minfilia, having joined with her, might struggle to maintain her own form.
What? Why would she need to maintain her own form? Are you saying she's gone? But that cannot be! Not now. Not after all we have accomplished. We were meant to usher in the dawn's light together!
She threw herself on the fire to fuel your dawn's light, boy. You'll just have to usher it in on your own.
Must you be so ungentle?
Tell me about the Scions, boy.
The scions of the Seventh Dawn lay before Eorzea's salvation. Whenever the realm is threatened, be it by Primal, Ascian, Garlean, or any other, we take up arms in her defense, that all in Eorzea may live to see a brighter tomorrow.
And that's very noble of you. But in chasing after these lofty goals of yours, you seem to have lost sight of some basic truths. To win a war, you must be willing to do whatever it takes. To fight, to kill, and if necessary, to die. The path you've chosen is paved with the dead. Walk it with your eyes open, or not at all.
I know the truth of which you speak, and have from the first. If the Ascians will go to any length to resurrect their god, then we must needs be as committed to our cause, to unmask them and their schemes, and to crush them both utterly. Come, there is much to be done.
Yes, of course.
Thancred, wait! No. No, this is all wrong.
She's not coming back, is she? She did what she thought was best. I know that, I do. To give all for her beliefs was ever her way. So will we, as we must. What greater calling could there be than to stand against the dark as defenders of the light? And yet, where does it end? The sacrifice, the loss? Poor Rogo! Forget all the sad shit, I got a poor Rogo! Who cares? Minfilia? I don't need... Minfilia who? I don't need Minfilia. I got a frog. I have frog friend. I have this good lad. I can't summon a minion here. God damn. Bullshit. Matoya, you got minions everywhere! Must ask you not breathe the word of this to any of the others in the Riding Stones, especially Flamen. I'll brief to Taro what we've learned, as well as Eorzea. He may have insight into what the ward told us. As for you, Missing, after all you've done, I would say you've earned a rest. Speaking of your well-earned rewards, I received a missive from Sir Emmerich while you were away. It would seem he's planning a ceremony of some sort that he would like you to attend. You do not divulge the details, preferring to instead explain in person. Mayhaps you should pay him a visit. Give me a second. Give me a second, Alphino. I've gotta go over here. Gotta leave Matoya's cave. And then... Yes! I have a frog boy! Look at this lad! I'm gonna pet him. Good. This was all worth it. -1 Minfilia, +1 adorable frog. But anyway, he still is not as he's still not as good as Bacon Bits, so we're just gonna keep them up. But I think that is where I end things tonight, because it is past 1 in the morning. I want to chill for a bit. So let us go. Let us go somewhere. Let us go raiding. Let's raid Ami Sky. They're playing some Splatoon. So raid message as usual, you have found the missing persons, yada yada yada. Thank you for chilling. And I will see you guys next time. Until then.